If you struggle with finding happiness within yourself, it's a sign that you are trapped in what I call surface level living. And there's only one shift you need to make to experience the richness that life has to offer, and that's what I call deep level living. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 most powerful practices that help me make this shift. Before we go into the details, I'll make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you did, comment below I subscribed, and I'll make sure to do my best to reply to your comment. So life is like an iceberg. Yes, that's supposed to be an iceberg, and that's the ocean surface. And for an iceberg, only 10% of it is above sea level, and 90% of the iceberg is below sea level. And that's a great analogy for life itself, because most people, and that's me included, live only the 10% on the surface, and that's never satisfying, and they suspect that there must be something more to life, but they don't know how to access the 90% of life that's also there, waiting to be accessed, waiting to be experienced. So how do you know whether you're trapped at surface level living? Well, one indicator is that you're never really truly satisfied for long when you get something. And that's why you always feel the impulse to get the next thing, to achieve the next milestone, and so on. But you never really go deep with what you achieve or what you receive. That's why you don't feel satisfied for a long time, and you have to continue this surface level living, and you end up in a point where you feel like nothing you ever achieve delivers true happiness. And that's why you've probably found this video, because now we're going to go deep to access deep level living, where 90% of the richness of life experience, also the happiness that you're seeking, is there. And the great part is you don't need to get anything to access this part. There are only 3 simple practices that are easy to apply that allow you to experience this deep level living. The first one is to practice experiencing life and the world around you more through your senses and less through your mind, less through your thoughts. Because whenever you experience reality through your mind and through your thoughts and emotions, you only experience a highly processed version of the reality. But you're never getting the pure experience that is already rich and fulfilling by itself. Now, what do I mean by senses? Well, that's simply through seeing, through hearing, through smelling, through tasting, through touching. However, what I found the most useful to practice is to truly listen, for example, to your surroundings when you walk around your house or down the street, to really listen to the sounds you can hear. Or when you talk to someone, to really listen to that person without already preparing your replies or arguments in your head, or judging the person for saying something wrong, but just be there and listen. Or it could mean to simply truly feel the wind blowing in your face, the sun shining on your skin when you're outside, and to truly put all your attention on this experience. And you will notice that your mind has become silent, and now the experience of life has become much, much richer. The first practice directly leads into the second practice that allows you to access the richness of life and go into deep level living mode. And that's simply to practice acknowledging the richness that life has to offer right in this moment. A great way to do that is simply gratitude, to truly be grateful for things or experiences that you are having in this moment. And it's more important to experience the gratitude and to acknowledge the fullness of life and to feel how that feels, rather to just go through a listing 10 items to be grateful for every day. It's more important if you can be truly grateful for one simple thing, like the sun shining on your skin, and appreciate that experience fully, than listing 100 things to be grateful for that you don't really feel. The third practice to access the richest and fullest of life that's below the surface of what you're living right now is to practice giving your full attention. Whether that's an activity, whether that's a person, whatever it is, even if it's a thing, give it always your full attention. And if you've been practicing experiencing things with your senses and practicing acknowledging the richness of life, that's become much easier. And a great way to do that, to get started, is to simply stop doing lots of things at the same time. Stop listening to music and reading something. Focus on either reading or listening. Or stop being distracted. Remove things that distract you. Turn off all notifications on all your apps on the phone. Because by giving something your full attention, the experience you have in this moment becomes so much richer. Just think about if a person gives you their full attention, if they truly listen, if they truly look at you and do nothing else, they're truly focused on you, their phone is in their pocket and all they do is listen to you. The experience of that conversation is much, much richer. And that's what happens when you give something your full attention. And I can promise you, if you commit to these simple activities, your life will be turned upside down, and suddenly the rich part, the 90% of life that's missing from you right now, this becomes the basis of your daily life. You're now engaged in deep level living, and only a small part of the life experience available is below the surface. And life becomes rich and fulfilling by default. Which of these practices are you going to start from now on? Comment below, I'd love to know. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And if you did, comment below, I subscribed, and I make sure to reply to all of your comments. You can also subscribe by clicking the button in this corner of the video, and also make sure to check out this video where I'll give you some great strategies to be mindful all day and to take what you've learned in this video to the next level.